8 types of women who can quietly destroy your life, and how to spot them before it's too late. Part 1. When love no longer heals. Some women enter your life like the morning sun, gentle, warm, and full of hope. They don't complete you, but they walk beside you, lifting your spirit when the weight of life grows heavy. But there are others. They arrive with the same smile, the same charm, and then slowly, they drain you. Not with noise, not in one blow, but piece by piece, through pointless arguments, sharp remarks wrapped in sweetness, or cold silence that makes you constantly question yourself. This isn't a rare story. It happens to millions of men every year, the ones who told themselves, she'll change, or things will get better. But the truth is, she showed you who she was from the start. You just didn't want to believe it. So how do you avoid falling into a relationship that cost you your peace, your energy, and, most painfully, your self-worth? Let's look closely at 8 types of women who can quietly dismantle a man's spirit, one small cut at a time. Part 2. The emotional firestarter, the one who creates storms. At first, she's dazzling. Her voice pulls you in. Her eyes sparkle like fireworks. Every date feels like a scene from a romantic film. You laugh more. You feel alive. But soon, everything moves too fast, too intensely, too chaotically. One unanswered text becomes a reason to cry for hours. A harmless joke becomes an insult. A quiet evening turns into suspicion. You start adjusting your words, your actions, just to avoid making her upset. But the storm never stops. She's addicted to drama. To her, love isn't companionship. It's a roller coaster of emotional highs and crashes. You stop being yourself. You live in constant caution. And the worst part, you start mistaking this chaos for love. Part 3. The forever victim. And you become her never-ending rescuer. You meet her on a rainy afternoon. Her voice is soft. Her eyes seem to carry 1,000 unspoken stories. She tells you how life has hurt her, how every man before you treated her poorly. Your heart aches for her. You want to be different. You want to be the one who restores her faith in love. But what you don't know is, this is the sweetest trap. She doesn't want a partner. She wants a caretaker, someone to carry her sorrow. Day after day, you listen to her pain, but never see her try to change. You offer solutions. She rejects them. You encourage her to grow. She cries harder. The more you try to help, the deeper you sink. And one day, when you say, I'm tired, she'll say, you're just like the others. Part 4. The spotlight addict. When attention means more than love. She stands out wherever she goes. Heads turn. People stare. Her words are sweet. Her laugh enchanting. When she chooses you, you feel like you've won the lottery. But after a few weeks, you notice her eyes never stay on you for long. Even while holding your hand, she smiles at the guy across the room. If you stop giving her compliments, she posts seductive photos online and basks in the flood of praise. To her, attention is oxygen. Love means less than validation. Loyalty means less than admiration. And you, who thought you were the special one, are just one name among thousands clapping from the crowd at the stage she built for herself. Part 5. The sweet interrogator, love or self-surveillance. In the beginning, you feel lucky. She checks in. She asks what you're eating, where you're going, who you're with. You melt under that attention. You feel seen, appreciated. But slowly, the questions shift. Why were you online at 11:30 p.m.? Why didn't you reply in 5 minutes? Why is your ex still in your contacts? Without realizing it, love turns into a gilded cage. You start asking for permission to live your own life. You feel anxious every time your phone buzzes. You avoid hanging out with friends, afraid of misunderstanding. And she says, I'm only like this because I love you. But love doesn't mean control. Love means freedom, trust, and space to breathe. What you don't realize is that you've started asking for permission, not to love her, but to be yourself. Part 6. The high-class princess. When love comes with a price tag. You meet her at a party. She looks like she stepped out of a fairy tale. Every gesture, every glance screams elegance. And when she smiles at you, you're already gone. She loves luxury, fine dining, expensive gifts. And you, delighted by her glow, happily provide. But one day you say, "Let's just take a walk this weekend. No plans, just us." She smiles politely. "I'm not really into simple things, you know." And that's when you start to see the truth. Her affection is measured in receipts. The more you spend, the more she loves. The moment your wallet closes, so does her warmth. You thought you were building a life together, but you were just financing her lifestyle. You weren't in love. You were paying rent on a fantasy. Part 7. The Escape Artist. She runs the moment love gets real. She's easygoing, playful, no pressure. She tells you, "Let's keep it natural." And you breathe easy. No drama. No demands. But 3 months go by. Then 6. Then a year. Every time you talk about the future, she dodges. When you ask, "What are we?" she laughs it off. When you need her most, she disappears. You were a temporary in her world, while she held out for someone perfect. And the more you love her, the more it hurts. Because you're chasing someone who's been planning her exit from day one. Nothing cuts deeper than loving someone with your whole heart, only to realize you were just a pit stop on their journey to someone else. Part 8. The Mirror Queen. When you're only a reflection, you feel blessed to have her. She's confident, magnetic. Everyone notices her. You think, "She's so strong. I'll grow with her." But every time you open up, she drifts away. Every time you succeed, she goes silent. Every time you struggle, she mocks you. She doesn't want you to grow. She wants you one step below her always. You're not in a relationship. You're in a performance. You shine the spotlight. She stands in it. And if you ever dare to glow on your own, she'll find a way to dim you. Part 9. The Emotional Chameleon. When it was all just a mask. She seems like your soulmate. Same values. Same music taste. Same weird love for 2 a.m. black and white movies. She's just like you. To the point it's almost strange. But as time passes, something feels off. She starts to shift. She loses interest in the things you once shared. Her stories don't match anymore. You start to wonder, how much of her was ever real? The truth is painful. She studied you. She became your mirror. She didn't fall in love. She played a part. And when the act ended, she blamed you for believing in the illusion she created. She never really loved you. She loved the role you made her play. Final thoughts. Be the man who knows when to walk away. You might be kind. You might love deeply. You might be endlessly patient. But kindness doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. True love doesn't make you feel small. It doesn't steal your sleep or demand your silence. It doesn't require you to suffer in the name of loyalty. A strong man isn't the one who endures the most. He's the one who walks away before it breaks him. Don't let your goodness be mistaken for weakness. Don't let your heart become a stage for someone who doesn't appreciate it. And never fear loneliness so much that you settle for someone who makes you lose yourself. You deserve love that builds, not burns. That nurtures, not drains. That sees you, not just uses you. Choose wisely. Choose peace. Choose you.